by Cacao, a Como by the Curtain Call, a program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown. This week, we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to review the new Maui KUʻIA Estate Cacao Farm guided tour and chocolate tasting. This tour was put together by the same folks who do the pineapple tour at HALEAKALA and the Maui Gold Bee tour, so they are experienced and successful. They were drawn to KUʻIA Estate, according to their statement, quote, due to their commitment to quality, sustainability, and community. And they knew that together they could produce a tour that would be educational, enriching, and delicious. They believe together they can raise awareness of agritourism and farming in Hawaii, unquote. We arrived at the state-of-the-art Maui KUʻIA Estate Chocolate Factory at the designated 15 minutes prior to departure. We met our guide, Ikaika, and checked in. Since we had some time before we had to board the tour bus, I decided to have a delight from the case in the chocolate cafe. I chose the Lilikoi chocolate mousse, a mouth-watering blend of intensity of Lilikoi with the smoothness of mousse and the incomparably delicious Maui KUʻIA Estate chocolate. It couldn't be better. After a brief overview from our guide and driver, Ikaika, and an application of bleach and water to the bottoms of our shoes to avoid bringing in any unwanted critters to the farm, we boarded the tour bus for the 15-minute ride to the farm. Despite the bumpy dirt road, it was not uncomfortable driving in or out. Ikaika avoided the bad sections expertly. The private cacao estate is located in the foothills of the west side of Mauna Kahalavai. Ikaika, a native Hawaiian whose family has been on the island for many generations, told us about how the sugar barons stole the water and forced his family from their home in the 19th century. He explained this horrendous wrong perpetrated by the invader Europeans and Americans without animosity or anger, but as a historical fact. He was a wealth of knowledge. When we arrived, he guided us to a section of the farm where he explained the nature of cacao, showed how it grows, what it needs, and the insect that pollinates the plant. He also showed us the canopy trees that protect the vulnerable cacao from the wind and the sun. The quality control exercised at the farm level ensures that Maui KUʻIA Estate Chocolate's CEO Dr. Gunnars E. WALKIRS, PhD's goal to make the best chocolate in the world is achieved. Ikaika told us Dan O'Doherty, Vice President Farm and Factory Operations, hybridizes through grafting the best trees with other trees on the farm to produce the best possible beans. In his CEO blog on the website, Dr. WALKIRS states, quote, the first plantings in 2013 on our Lahaina farm were unique hybrids developed by Dan O'Doherty. Since that time, we have expanded the population of those trees by grafting. We have also planted more than 50 varieties of cacao sourced from all over the world. We believe we have the largest collection of Criollo varieties growing in one place in the world. The objective is to be able to isolate the best trees and clone them by grafting so that we have control over the quality and production of the specific cacao varieties. These will be the basis for single varietal chocolates and estate blends of selected varietals to produce chocolate that we judge to be the best we can produce, and someday to be judged by others to be the best in the world, unquote. I have no doubt that will be the case soon. Mr. O'Doherty believes that fermentation is one of the keys to great chocolate, and he has introduced it in the other two farms Maui KUʻIA Estate Chocolate sources cacao from, one in Costa Esmeralda, Ecuador, and the other in the Amazon. Then we stepped through this beautiful door into another area of the farm where a table was set up. Ikaika asked us to join in. He split a cacao and showed us the inside where the cacao beans are. Then he told us what they tasted like and told us what to expect if we chose to bite the bean. He then placed one bean in stainless steel cups that were in a sealed bag to ensure our safety and distributed them among us. The bean is surrounded by a viscous material. When you suck it, will remind you of a lychee, if you have ever had it. Ikaika warned us the bite would be bitter, and the more one chewed, the bitterness would increase. However, neither I nor my guest found that to be the case. We felt it was rather like an almond. He explained about the fermenting, drying, and roasting process and showed us the 3 stages of chocolate: roasted beans, nibs, and powder. Then we went to the magnificent Todd Demick designed treehouse, for the tasting. After a climb up a staircase with natural branches supporting the railing, we were mostly above the trees, and the view was breathtaking. We were told, like the factory, the treehouse is off the grid as well, powered by solar. We were invited to sit wherever we chose. My guest commented that she had the exact same stools at her home bar/counter. Ikaika passed out a tray, a glass of room temperature water, a pen, and a sheet describing what chocolates we would be tasting. Another testament to the thoughtful quality Dr. WALKIRS and his entire staff represent was this lovely marble jar to place the chocolate wrappers in. Ikaika handed out samples, 3 at a time, and described their provenance, and we began our tasting. Since I'm a veteran of Maui KUʻIA estate chocolate tastings, I schooled my guest on the way Dr. WALKIRS recommends to taste chocolate. When the chocolate is unwrapped, it is designed to open to the chocolate without tearing. Then, one places the piece between the thumb and pointer and rubs it to release the fragrance. Breathe the aroma and savor it. Then do not bite the chocolate, but place it on your tongue and allow it to melt. In that way, you will enjoy the exceptional creaminess of Maui KUʻIA estate chocolate and the differences between the bites you will be experiencing. We had 9 bites, including dark chocolate from all their farms. I like the Maui best. Then 3 varieties of milk, including the fabulous Maui Mocha Cappuccino, and the last ones were the flavored all dark ones, calamansi lime, guava, and mapulehu mango, which is my favorite. After this fabulous tasting, we were allowed to wander around and take more photos before we boarded the bus for the return to the chocolate factory, where we made some purchases to take home. The tour takes 1.5 hours and is available Monday to Friday, 4 times a day, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and 1:30 p.m. Children under 3 are not allowed. Also, it is not ADA accessible. You board the tour bus at the factory at 78 Ulupono Street, Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii. You can make a reservation by going to www.mauichocolatetour.com. When you go, not only will you be treating yourself and your palate to a memorable experience, but you will be contributing to the betterment of Maui. Dr. WALKIRS is dedicated to giving all the net profits from chocolate sales to Maui's charitable organizations. Also, he has set up LAULIMA, Many Hands, Maui, a group of not-for-profits where you can buy chocolates and they get a 40% commission. Before Dr. WALKIRS opened up Maui KUʻIA Estate Chocolates, there were 2 must-dos on Maui, the road to HANA and the sunrise on HALEAKALA. Now there are 3. The Maui Chocolate Farm Tasting. I guarantee it will be one of the high points of your trip to Maui, and you can keep reliving it, as you can order from home. They ship to the mainland. Well, that's Curtain Call for this week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Paul James Brown. Ahui ho.